So this video is the second of the mutable series that I'm doing for the signs with immutable energy. I started off with the Gemini, and now I'm to you guys the Virgo for the second video. So as I stated, the mutable energy is all about adaptability and versatility and having the quality of changing and molding to the situation in order for it to come to a complete whole. You guys are also very good at looking at the details and fine-tuning what is already presented in order to get it to that end result and that masterpiece. And particularly with the Virgo, these are the symbol of what many know it as the perfectionist. And the symbol for your actual zodiac sign is the maiden. And a lot are mistaken for the Virgin Mary or some of the sorts, but it's definitely a symbol of purity and innocence and discernment and understanding what is like the actual structure and the overarching goal of what is it to be moral and what it is to be pure and honest and noble. Virgos are amazing at setting that example and setting very high standards for not only themselves but others as well. You know, a lot of times in relationships, interpersonally, they are like, you know how a lot of relationships are parent and child infused. They are commonly the parents of that relationship. They're the ones who have the expectations. They are the ones who have the knowledge and the wisdom and the intuition. They are very intuitive, and a lot of them are actually very introverted, and they shy away from big scenes and big crowds and a lot of people, and instead choose to be very discerning and choose the people who they hang with and around them very wisely. But once they get those group of people, or particularly in a relationship if it's interpersonal, that one person, they are very loyal, they are very trusting, they are very just innocent and open to, like I said, changing and molding to exactly what they know their partner or their friends or their family needs from them. And at their healthiest, they are the ones who don't have the ego in the way to say, well, this is mine and this is how I do things and this is how I feel and you have to follow my guidelines and do everything I want. At their healthiest, they are the most adaptable people. They are the ones who can see your perspective and understand that for what it is, and because they care about you, they'll care about whatever you care for. And they're beautiful people to have in your life because they understand that everyone has their own moral system and everyone has their own moral compass that they go by in life, and they never try to come in and dictate and override what is fueling you in your life to get to your highest goal and your common power. You know, these spirits are, these Virgos are most connected to, I feel as though, the highest power, like I said, when they're at their healthiest, because they have this intuitive ability. They have this pure innocence and viewpoint of the world that allows them to take in information and take in the signs of life and in moments of life that gives them such clarity and gives them such bliss and joy to live. You know, getting away from that perfectionistic view of things, they can come into an element of just embracing life as it is once they realize that life as it is, with this good and bad, is perfect. And the bad is only there to assist you to get better and improve yourself, and the better is just the fruits of your labor. They're beautiful people, and I feel as though once they get to that understanding, like I said, they blossom and they could become those who many rely upon and many are inspired by, and just the light of positivity. Okay, so with that being said, let's see what the message is for the Virgo for the month of January in 2018. Okay, very nice. Got a few more. Okay, So the first two cards out. This is the Nine of Pentacles, and that's that earth energy. Virgo is actually being an earth sign, right along with the Taurus and the Capricorn. And also the Wheel of Fortune. All right, that's very nice. So I feel as though starting out, Virgos are in an energy of pretty good abundance. You know, the woman in this card is surrounded by the fruits of her labor. She's surrounded by her fortunes and her treasures in what she's worked hard for. And she's content with that. She's happy with that. However, the Nine of Pentacles turns into the Ten of Pentacles, which is the sense of complete wholeness and fulfillment. So I feel as though what this is signifying is that Virgos are currently in a space where they are realizing things in their life that can get them to that fulfillment within themselves or a situation in their life. However, there is something missing, and whether that is some type of genuine connection with another, or some sense of freedom maybe that you need in your life, or some type of resources, maybe financially, or assistance from another person that is going to help you get to that ultimate goal and that ultimate sense of fulfillment. You guys are growing more content with what you have. However, you know that it's not all that you want. And I feel as though with this Wheel of Fortune card, this is signifying that that is very much so at your grasp and right at your door to be welcomed in and fulfill and give you that sense of fulfillment that you're looking for. And like I said, whether that may be with the relationship or some type of educational pursuits or finances, it's definitely there in the realm of your life and where you are currently in your life. And I feel as though if you continue to hold on and put in the work that you're doing, you will soon be in this energy of complete fulfillment and ultimate possibility for you. Let's continue to get a few more. Ten of Pentacles just jumped out. Let's see what else we could get. All right. And we got the Eight of Swords. So as I said, the Ten of Pentacles. So that was that fulfillment that I was just talking about from this Nine of Pentacles. And it's funny that it comes right after the Wheel of Fortune, because I feel as though this means that once you open up your mind and your beliefs to believe that you can actually get what you want and what you deserve, the moment you do that shift in your mind, this Ten of Pentacles, this sense of fulfillment will come. And you will be amongst those who can give you the love that you deserve. And you will be amongst those who can provide you with the resources and the tools and the opportunities that you need to get to where you want to go. Wow, I just noticed that my salt lamp isn't on. Let me turn it on. Get some good vibes in here. All right, perfect. Okay. And I feel like this wants to be in reverse. This Eight of Swords in reverse, I feel as though it's signifying that you guys are or have been in the recent past deeply in your head, overthinking about some element in your life. I feel as though, like I said, this could stem from a relationship that you're in, or maybe just in your mind of thinking about these possibilities and how to get from, you know, this sense of partial satisfaction to complete whole and abundance. Like I said, you guys are definitely in an energy probably that has been a long time coming and been asked for a while for you guys to get to even this point of the Nine of Pentacles and feel any sense of fulfillment and resurgence and some type of, like I said, contentment back in your life. But I feel as though you are still possibly in your head about how to get from this step to this step. And maybe you guys are all about a new journey to get there. Maybe the journey that it took you and that you went on to get to this sense of fulfillment, you're aware of that it's not going to fully work to get to the ultimate fulfillment. But with this being in reverse, I also feel as though that you guys are kind of leaving this energy of overthinking. And this card can even indicate being overly emotional too, because when our thoughts produce these negative feelings and these negative images in our head of what the future may hold, it could then in turn affect our emotions and make us feel as though that we're too sad to do things, or we're too depressed to do things, or our life is too bad, or we don't have the things that we need. And it gets us in this spiral of overthinking about things, and then, like I said, being overly emotional about it. But with this Wheel of Fortune card, and that being a major arcana, I feel as though that is definitely here to signify to you that what you want and what you need is right at your, like I said, at your door. It's right on your porch, and you need to just walk out there and leave this mind cycle and this toxic spiral in your head about what can't be done and what it should be. Virgos are very much so signs who have the perfect idea of what their life should look like and what they should have and what perfection looks like. Well, okay. With that being said, we got a whole bunch of cards that just popped out. And they're all upright, so let's roll with them. So we got the Queen of Wands. So we got some fire energy, some jack of all trades energy right there for sure with her. We also have the Five of Cups. Okay. We have Major Arcana Death in reverse. We have the Ace of Pentacles also in reverse. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse. We have the Nine of Swords in reverse. And we have the Five of Wands in reverse. Okay, and the bottom of the deck is the Three of Cups. So I feel as though at the end of all of this and what this message will be, a sense of celebration and satisfaction will be there for you guys, signifying with this Three of Cups card. Okay, so what we have here, first out was the Queen of Wands. And I feel as though the energy that this is holding to get you out of this overthinking and this overly emotional place, and you to get to the abundance that you're looking for and take advantage of the full possibilities and the many possibilities that are ahead of you. You have to then become this, like I said, this energy of Jack of Trades, and realize the abilities and the many gifts and the many talents and the creativity that you hold to manifest what you want. If you can think it, if you can feel it, and if you can imagine yourself doing it, nothing is stopping you but your own vices. And whether that may be, like I said, your mentality that you can't do certain things, or you should be a certain way that really doesn't align well with what your true purpose and passion is. Don't allow that to overtake and override what you could be successful in. And just because you haven't done it often or haven't done it a lot, you still have much value in the resources and the gifts and the skills that you do have. And you should utilize those to get to the place in your life that you want to be. And I also feel with this Five of Cups energy, though, you are definitely in an energy. It's a lot going on, by the way. You're in an energy of loss. This card signifies this person looking at the Three Cups that have spilled over, and this could indicate that you're dwelling on something in the past that you invested a lot in, and cups also being a card of water. In the water energy, this could also signify your emotions. So something that you invested your emotions into, and that you were very vested in that way. And what this could be paired with is maybe this Eight of Cups or Eight of Swords card, where you were in your head and overly emotional about something. And maybe that has to do with something that you lost, maybe a relationship, or the possibilities of something working in a way that you thought could be a good and well-balanced and perfect image in your head. And don't mistake me when I continue to say perfect. You know, perfect is not always a bad thing, although we all are aware that, you know, in the grand scheme of things, perfection is not achievable, because what just is and what is just present and what is here can be perfect if we look at it that way, and if we utilize what it could be, whether it's good to us or bad to us. If we utilize it and take the gifts and the lessons from it appropriately, it will fuel us and benefit us for the betterment of our lives in the long run. But I do feel as though this Nine of Swords card, as well as this Eight of Swords card, stems from the sense of loss that you feel. And I feel as though, you know, you don't need to dwell in this situation, because, like I said, if it happened and it was traumatic and hard for you to get through, it was just nothing more than an experience for you to learn from and take what you can from it to continue in your life and move on. And I feel as though this Five of Cups card in reverse is signifying the need to rebuild, and it's pointing me to specifically your mentality yet again. Rebuilding that framework in your mind that can be the foster of great possibilities and the abundance and the emotions and the love and the place in your life and the resources that you want. This is just a bridge. Once you rebuild how you think and how you feel about things and start speaking things into existence and not dwelling on exactly what you lost and what can't be done and what it should have been, just make it happen. With the resources that you got now, it can still be that way that you want it to be, but you have to do what it takes to get there, and that starts internally. And with this Death card in reverse, I feel as though there's definitely a situation that has come to pass, and I feel as though this is gearing back to whatever you do feel a bit of lost over, whether this may have been a relationship or a job or just a way of life that you were comfortable with and used to and were getting some form of resources for. It needs to be understood that, you know, this situation ended and what you lost went away for a reason, whether for the betterment of that person or that situation that is no longer in your life, or for yourself. Both will benefit from the ending that is necessary in order for you to get to where you need to be. And whether you guys can convene at a different time or just go your separate ways, either way it will be in a direction of healthiness and possibilities and beneficial for both parties. And I feel as though too, with this Ace of Pentacles card, this kind of aligns with this experience as well, in death. Maybe there was a loss of resources and a loss of groundedness. Also the Pentacles indicating the earth energy, which is also you guys' energy of groundedness and dedication and practicality. Something practical in your life, or just a practical energy in this relationship of some sort, was lost, and you couldn't find the way. You didn't have a plan to get through this and make this a thing that could work any longer. And gearing more so towards finances, for sure, I think this can indicate a loss of a job or a loss of finances in that area that made you feel as though, and really has your heart, your pockets hurting, and you are needing to get back to a place where you feel more replenished. And and understand that you can, get back to that place of wholeness and practicality and structure in your life to where you could build upon. Because one thing's for sure, you would definitely need that good foundation in order to take advantage of the opportunities and get to this sense of abundance and fulfillment, and have the energy to utilize your talents and your skills to get to a better place for yourself. And I think what this Knight of Wands energy is indicating is just that. Understanding the loss that you had, understanding that it was a necessary ending of a situation, and taking in the pain of the loss of resources that you have, to then fight in a way that, yet again, like I said, using a passion, a skill that you have to get back on your feet and build this back up to the way that you see fit and that you know is best for you. You definitely need to understand that you have this power, and like I said, this is really gearing back to just that mentality. If you tell yourself you can't, if you tell yourself that you won't, it won't be possible. And just like that quote states, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're right. So if you think you can and you believe you can and you put in the work behind that to manifest what you want, you will get there and you will enjoy everything that comes from it. If you think you can and you don't put in the work and you don't take advantage of the opportunities and you don't take advantage of the resources that you currently have, then you won't get to where you need to be. So understanding that you have first the control internally to dictate everything that happens externally. It doesn't happen overnight, and you guys being a Virgo and an earth quality, you guys understand more than most the importance of patience and the importance of building up and getting up to a situation that is worthwhile. You guys are not in it for quick fixes and quick satisfaction. You guys want the lasting effects of contentment and happiness and the hard work that you put in a situation and the fruits of that. So if you guys continue to fight for what you want and change that mentality, you'll definitely be there. And once you get to that point in your life, you will definitely be able to celebrate. Just like these women are on this card of Three of Cups. You'll be able to bask in the achievements and the success that you've made for yourself and be proud of that. And when a Virgo, gets up there and is in a successful place in their life, they shine bright. And like I said, that almost perfect quality that you guys possess stands out the most. You guys will look the flyest. You guys will look the coolest. You guys will look the happiest and be able to spread love in a way that is loyal and incomparable to any other sign, because you guys, like I said, are most directly connected to the power of the universe and the power of God and the power of love. That's all that is. Internal peace, internal satisfaction and harmony for all people. When you guys come in with your light shining the brightest, it's an unstoppable thing, and it's a thing that is just so admirable and inspiring to so many people. All right, so to end off this reading, let's pull an angel card and see what we could get. Spontaneity. Okay, so spontaneity, I feel as though signifies, like I said, being very much so in this energy of the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands, and utilizing all that you can and all of your gifts and all of your opportunities in a way that will require you to be a bit spontaneous in your actions and a little different from your normal energy of Earth, where you are a bit more rigid and structured and planned out. If you have the feeling to do it, and if you have a little inkling and a little bit of resources that can aid you in this process of being spontaneous to get to wherever you need to go and do whatever you need to do that is, of course, healthy and in the means of the greater good for yourself. Do it. But definitely be in this energy of spontaneity and immutability, as well as you being a mutable sign. It is essential for you guys to get back in that energy of adapting and changing, and really what this is will be most beneficial for you to do and when is in your own life and in your own mind and in your own being. When you're thinking of the possibilities for yourself, understand that if a situation isn't working, no matter how you were once dedicated to it, and I understand how hard it is to let go of things that you feel as though are essential for your success and to not look like a failure. In turn, it won't be a failure if you do have to leave something that you committed to once before to then get to something that is better. And you guys are, like I said, very good as also with the mutable energy as cleaning up the loose ends and looking at the details to make sure that that situation will be complete before you move on. So don't worry about and don't fear about if you do have to leave something, to that you'll believe it in a way that you will be looked at in a disrespectful way, or won't be looked at in a way that is nothing more than just you moving on in a natural way to something that is better for you. It's okay if you have to leave it and get to this, because the possibilities being yours and the abundance that is lying ahead and the skill and the talent and the versatility that you guys possess and the resources that you are going to regroup on and the celebrations that you can have and just the satisfaction that you will have after all that will be so worth it. And I'm sure you guys will much rather be working as hard as you guys do in all things towards something that can give you this amount of satisfaction than to put that same hard work and energy into something that will only fulfill you and keep you in this energy of partial contentment. Alright guys, so I hope that really resonated with you. Like I said, it was a lot going on here, and I feel as though this hit on all aspects of your life. We have love, we have finances, we have education, we have opportunities, we have future goals, and just destiny. And I feel as though if you guys really take heed for what is said here, as this year progressed, you guys will see the own signs in your life that your life is getting better and more happy for you, because you are doing what is most true to yourself and what you feel is right, regardless of any structure or standard or expectation that you once placed on yourself or those who are around you placed on you. Be great, be adaptable, be versatile, and do all those things to get to your greatest goal and your greatest version of yourself. All right, guys. Check you later.